love to wax so much is the challenge that it brings me throughout my day. You have to adjust to people's hair growth patterns, the type of hair, their body shape and size, and it's different with every client. Hi Starpil, we are doing the full leg wax today with the blue film wax. My client here has very fine hair, and the blue wax, as you know, is very quick setting. So you'll find me laying those larger strips and then taking them off almost immediately. With the finer hair, I do want to pull off the strip a little bit tacky. It grabs it a little bit better. Before we get started, I'm going to reposition the camera again and we'll get going. We're going to start by cleansing the skin using my micellar water again. This cleanser I like I mentioned before, is because there's minimal ingredients in there, no fragrance, no dyes, pretty much safe to use on every skin type, and that is why I like to use it. And dry the skin. Now with full legs and larger body areas like the legs or the arms or the back, I do like to use the Starpil post oil, and I use just a tiny bit to rub it all in so that the skin is hydrated, the hair is hydrated, we don't get any breakage or anything like that. I like to make sure it's really worked in so that the wax doesn't ball up and it'll still stick. Her knees are a little shiny still, so I'm just going to take a little tissue to wipe that off. Go ahead and butterfly. I always start the full leg with the inner thigh. I like to work top to bottom. These hairs generally on most people grow sideways, so being really directional with my wax. So how many days a week are you working? Okay, so now that we're done with the inner thigh, I'm going to have her just straighten her legs out. And then I just remind my clients to kind of keep your legs a little bit loose because I'll probably be moving them around. And we're going to continue doing the upper leg and the lower legs while the legs are straight. These will be larger strips on the thighs and legs, so like I said, I'll most likely be laying and then pulling immediately afterwards. So as you notice, I just did a backward strip. As I mentioned during my first full leg wax video with the first round of the competition, I don't waste my time checking to see if there is hair missed. I just go in with a second round of wax. It's gonna save me time in the long run, and there's most likely hair that was missed after the first strip. So I go back in backwards to kind of lift those hairs up off the skin. And so the grab will wax, or the wax will grab it. Okay, go ahead and bend both knees. Okay, so just a second ago I had somebody call and interrupt the video, but we picked up right where we left off with this strip, and then you just saw me lay that strip. I now have her knees bent. We're going to do her knees and the tops of her feet and toes. So now that I'm starting on the back side, I'm gonna go just above the back of the knee, overlap with the side of the wax that I did on the front so that I know I'm not missing any spots there. And this skin can be thin, and you can actually lift skin there if you start the wax right there and then you pull it, because it's usually warmer right there when you put it on, that sort of thing. So I start above, and it just further makes sure that I'm not missing a spot and I'm overlapping my strips. Again, with the back of the thigh, this hair tends to grow sideways as well, so we're going to do our strips sideways. Okay, go ahead and flip back over. Okay, go ahead and straighten your legs again. So we are all done with the leg wax. I'm going to finish off with the fur oil. This is super hydrating. It's made with jojoba oil, which mimics our own natural oil production. There's tea tree in there, so it's going to help with any inflammation or ingrown hairs. But it's incredibly moisturizing. It's going to soften the skin, and it's also going to soften the hair as well. So as it's growing back in, it'll be even softer than it already will be. This is something that Megan is not using at home, which I highly would recommend for her to use. She is a model client and exfoliates and hydrates, but she does have a little bit more of a coarse hair right in here. So doing the fur as well will kind of help soften that over time. Okay. Okay, and that's it.